Good morning, everyone. So, yesterday we went over describing translations. Today we're going to talk more about translation. So, our topic of today, of course, is translation. A learning target. Today I can translate geometric figures by moving each vertex in the same distance and direction. Translating geometric figures. So, when moving the figure up, we add to the y value. Say we have the point 1 comma 3 and I want to move it 3 units up. I do this by adding 3 onto my y value. So I will have 1 comma 3 plus 3, which yields 1 comma 6, because 3 plus 3 is 6. Alright, the second bullet point. When moving the figure down, we subtract from the y value. So say I have the point again 1 comma 3. Say I want to move it 6 units down. I will have to do 1 comma 3 minus 6 because we're subtracting from my y value. And this gives me 1 comma 3 minus 6, which is negative 3. Alright, third bullet point. When moving to the right, we add to the x value. Again, we have the point 1 comma 3. Say I want to move it 4 units to the right. I do this by adding 4 to my x value. So we have 1 plus 4 comma 3. We do not do anything to our y value because we're moving to the right. 1 plus 4 gives me 5. So my x value is 5 and my y value remains as 3. And the last one, when moving to the left, we subtract from the x value. So say I want to move 6 units to the left. I take my x value 1 and subtract 6. I leave my y value alone because I'm only moving to the left. And this gives me 1 minus 6, which is negative 5. So my new x value is negative 5. And my y value stays as 3. So we're going to take this and translate some geometric figures since we do not have coordinate grids. You know, it's a lot of work to ask you guys to do that. Problem 1. Triangle ABC has vertices at the coordinates A 2, 1, B 2, negative 3, and C negative 3, negative 3. Goes under a translation 2 units to the right and 1 unit down. Determine the vertices of triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. So A is 2. First things first, I want to identify my points on my pre-image. So I see that A is 2, 1. B is 2, negative 3. And C is negative 3, negative 3. So I want to translate it 2 units to the right. So if you look back at the last slide, I know that translating to the right, we add on to our x value. So that'll be 2 plus 2. And I want to translate it 1 unit down. So we subtract it because we're going down. So it'll be 1 minus 1. And this gives us the point A prime, which is 2 plus 2, which is 4, and 1 minus 1, which is 0. Now on to B prime. Again, we want to translate it 2 units to the right. So we add 2 to our x value. So it'll be 2 plus 2. And we want to translate it 1 unit down as well. So it'll be negative 3 minus 1, which gives us B prime, which is the point 2 plus 2 is 4, negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4. And last but not least, C prime, we're looking for C prime. We translated 2 units to the right, so it's negative 3 plus 2. And 1 unit down, so it'll be negative 3 minus 1, which gives us C prime. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4. So my last step will be to identify my points on my image. I see that it's over here. A prime is the point 4, 0. B prime is the point 4, negative 4. And C prime is the point negative 1, 4. So most of us know how to do this already. However, some of us weren't able to learn this as of yet because our time together was cut short due to the coronavirus. So if you already know this, you can skip this part of the video and go on to problem 3. If not, if you need some extra review, I will do problem 2 with you. So problem 2 says quadrilateral QRST has vertices at the coordinates Q 5, 6, R 5, 0, S 0, 0, and T 0, 6. Goes under translations 4 units to the left and 1 unit up. Determine the vertices of quadrilaterals Q prime, R prime, S prime, T prime. First things first, I want to identify my points on my pre-image. So I see that Q is the point 5, 6. R is the point, that's not an R. R is the point 5, 0. S is the point 0, 0. And T is the point 0, 6. So if we were to go back 2 slides, I can recall that when you're translating a figure to the left, we subtract from my x value. So since we're translating it 4 units to the left, I will get my x value, which is 5 minus 4 for Q. And when you're translating up, we add on to our y value. So we will take our our y value 6 and we will add 1. And this gives me the point Q prime, which is 5 minus 4, which is 1, our x value. And our y value is 6 plus 1, which is 7. Now back onto R. Since we're translating 4 units to the left, I will take my x value 5 and subtract 4 because we're translating to the left, and 1 unit up. So I'm going to take my y value of 0 and add on 1. And this gives me the point R prime on our image. 5 minus 4 is at 1, our x value, and 0 plus 1 is 1, our y value. Now on to S. Again, we take our x value and we're subtracting 4 because we're moving to the left. So it'll be 0 minus 4. And then our y value, which is 0, and we add 1 because we're moving 1 unit up. And this gives me the point S prime. That's not a S. S prime on my image. So for my x value, 0 minus 4 gives me negative 4, and 0 plus 1 gives me positive 1. And last but not least, T. Again, we're moving 4 units to the left, so I'm subtracting 4 from my x value, which is 0, so 0 minus 4. And we're moving 1 unit up, so I'm adding 6 onto my y value of 1. And this gives me the point T prime on my image, which is 0 minus 4, which is negative 4, our x value, and 1 plus 6, which is 7, our y value. Last but not least, the question is asking me to determine the vertices of quadrilaterals Q prime, R prime, S prime, T prime. We already did that, which is these points over here. So Q prime is 1, 7, R prime is 1, 1, S prime is negative 4, 1, and T prime is negative 4, 7. Here's your problem 3, which serves as your problem 2 of the day. Take the screenshot, jot it down, solve it, and write your answer in the space provided on your assignment of the day. Have a good day, guys.